Welcome to Soul 101, Study Section 1, Social Work Practice. Introduction. An individual or a family seeks help whenever it is in need. This individual or family may go to an office to meet with a social worker. This social worker may visit the individual's or family home, as the case may be, or may work with individuals in groups or in community work. In this study section, you will explore the organization context of social work agencies. Learning outcomes. After you have studied this study section, you should be able to 1. Define social work. 2. Discuss functions of social work. 3. Present at least 6 assumptions of social work. 4. Highlight the rationale for the studying of social work. The concept of social work. Social work is the purposeful and ethical application of personal skills in interpersonal relationships directed towards enhancing the personal and social functioning of an individual, family, group, or community. It ministers to families in economic or emotional difficulty. It helps communities to bring their welfare and related services into good balance. It seeks to correct the causes underlying delinquency and adult criminality. Social work seeks to enhance the social functioning of individuals, families, groups, and communities through activities focused upon their social relationships that constitute the interaction between man and his environment. Whereas social welfare is the organized system of social services and institutions. Social work is designed to aid individuals and groups to attain satisfying standards of life and health, and personal and social relationships that permit them to develop their full capacities and to promote their well-being in harmony with the needs of their families and the communities. Friedlander, 1980. Social work is distinct in the sense that it is a recognized profession with ethical consideration, code of conduct for the practice, and all social workers, including specified training and sanctions. It is a discipline that is scientific in method and artful in manner. It takes remedial action on problems in several areas of society. Tip: social work practice consists of the professional application of social work values, principles, and techniques to one or more of the following ends: helping people obtain tangible services, counseling and psychotherapy with individuals, families and groups, helping communities or groups provide or improve social and health services, and participating in legislative processes. The practice of social work requires knowledge of human development and behavior, of social work and economic and cultural institutions, and of the interaction of all these factors. Functions of social work. Social work functions can be grouped into 3. 1. Restoration of impaired capacity. 2. Provision of individual and social resources. And 3. Prevention of social dysfunction. Restoration of impaired capacity. Restoration of impaired social functioning may be subdivided into curative and rehabilitative aspects. Its curative aspects are to eliminate factors that have caused breakdown of functioning, and its rehabilitative aspects are to reorganize and rebuild international patterns. Example of this is obtaining a hearing aid for a partially deaf child. Provision of individual and social resources. Provision of resources, social and individual, may be subdivided into developmental and educational aspects. The developmental aspects are designed to further the effectiveness of existing social resources. Example of this is the services provided by Social Welfare Office to help a couple, Mr. and Mrs. X, to understand each other better and to open the channels of meaningful communication between them through individual and conjoint interviews. The educational aspects are designed to acquaint the public with specific conditions and needs for new or changing social resources. Example of this is counseling services availed to the public as a resource in alleviating marriage and family problems. Prevention of social dysfunction. The third function, prevention of social dysfunction, involves early discovery, control and elimination of conditions and situations that could hamper effective social functioning potentially. These are preventive of problems in the area of interaction between individuals and groups, and the prevention of social ills. Example of this is premarital counseling to prevent individual and social problems in relation to social functioning. It is hoped that through this process, couples will be able to anticipate possible difficulties in marital interaction and through adequate consideration and understanding, avoid the problem that might ensue. Assumptions of social work. Like other professions and disciplines, social work has some underlying assumptions which give it a focus. These assumptions are the following. 1. Social work, like all other professions, has problem-solving functions. 2. Social work practice is an art with a scientific and value foundation. 3. Social work as a profession came into being and continues to develop because it meets human needs and aspirations, which are reorganized by society. 4. Social work practice takes its values from those held by the society of which it is a part. However, its values are not necessarily or altogether those universally or predominantly held or practiced in society. 5. The scientific base of social work is knowledge base. 6. The knowledge needed for social work practice is determined by its goals and functions, and the problem it seeks to solve. 7. The internalization of professional knowledge and values is a vital characteristic of the professional social worker, since he himself the instrument of professional help. 8. Professional skills is expressed in the activities of the social worker. Certainly, the main focus of the social worker is upon helping people to improve their social functioning, their ability to interact and relate to others. Therefore, social work helps an individual to solve personal and family problems. In this regard, the social worker works with clients, individuals, families, or groups on a conscious level, helping them to face realities and solve problems. Why we study social work? We study social work because of some peculiar characteristics social work has. These characteristics are the following. 1. Focus is on the wholeness and totality of the person. encompassing the person, environmental factors, and behavior. Social work stresses the total person in total environment. 2. Emphasis is on the importance of the family in molding and influencing behavior. The family is often regarded as the case in social work. The family remains the basic institution in society, and as such, it is a factor in social work. 3. Utilization of community resources in helping people to solve problems is an important factor in social work practice. Community resources are tapped by social workers to meet the needs of their clients. 4. Use of the supervisory process provides for guidance and direction of inexperienced workers and for continuing growth of the experienced. This process is particularly important because social workers themselves are the tools in helping troubled persons, and they need to grow professionally, keeping abreast of new knowledge and skills. 5. Social work has a unique educational program involving classwork and practical fieldwork experience, which go hand in hand. 6. Traditional social work emphasizes 3 basic processes: casework, group work, and community organization. Casework involves a close face-to-face relationship. For example, an individual-to-individual basis in working with people and their problems. 7. Social work has distinctive professional bodies, that is, Nigerian Association of Social Workers, NASOW, and National Association of Social Workers, NASW, in USA. These organizations are doing much to raise the standards of social work practice, to recruit qualified persons for professional training, and to interpret practice and values of social work to the public. 8. The relationship is the key in the social work process. The social worker prepares the client to face and solve his or her problems by sharing with him or her knowledge and helping him or her with understanding and acceptance in an emotionally supportive relationship. 9. Social work has an orientation in psychiatric concepts and places considerably stress upon understanding people. The social worker is particularly interested in how client feels about themselves and their relationships with others. 10. The social in social work emphasizes social interaction and resultant social functioning and malfunctioning. 11. The basic aim of social work is to help clients to help themselves or to help a community to help itself. The social worker operates under the premise that most people have the ego strength to solve their own problems when they really bring them out into the open and understand what they are. 12. A social worker is particularly effective in developing and using the team approach and in bringing about coordination of services and activities. The social worker often acts as coordinator and integrator for the team effort. Skidmore, Thackeray, and Farley, 1997. Study section summary. In this study section, we discussed social work practice. In the process, we defined social work as an art, a science, or a profession that helps people to solve personal, group, especially family, and community problems, and to attain satisfying personal, group, and community relationships through cooperative efforts. We noted that contemporary social work practice is often generic and involves activities with individuals, groups, communities, administration training, and research to solve personal, family, and community problems. End of study section 1. Thanks for listening.